Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. Co-creation at its best, yes? Yes. You are knowing what you are wanting? Yes. Mm-hmm. You are appreciating your ability to focus your desire into being. Feels good to want things. Feels good to want when you believe that you can have what you want, yes? Do you? Then we're done. You're the easiest group yet. Want it, believe it, it's done. You like being the leading edge extension of all that is? Do you understand that you are that? Oh, you are so unique if you know that. It's a wonderful thing to know that. It's wonderful to remember that you are source energy focused here in a physical body. But there is a large part of that which is you that is source energy, that is focused through you, while you are not always acutely tuned to that focus. Do you follow that? In other words, before you came into this body, you were source energy, and a part of that consciousness came into that which you know as the personality of you. And here you've been mixing it up. You've been weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses and knowing what you do want and knowing what you don't want and coming into focus. You've been happy and sad. You've been eager and throwing little fits. You've been honing through the detail of your life, your life experience. Because by knowing what you don't want, you know what you do want. And in that process, the larger part of you has been evolving, taking on the characteristics of the new desire that you've been carving out. It's the evolution of all that is, but it's the expansion of that which is you. Everything you live causes you to want more, and vibrationally speaking, or non-physically speaking, or source energy speaking, it causes you to become more, to be more. But sometimes, while you are here as these blessed, important pioneers of the new contrast, sometimes in that sifting and sorting and defining process, you get fixated on what you don't want while you give birth to what you do want, but your attention is often more upon what you don't want and why you don't want it. So without meaning to, many humans hold themselves in vibrational discord to their own expansion. And that's what negative emotion is. In fact, that's the best way we've ever said that. When you hold yourself in vibrational discord to the expansion that you living your life has caused you to carve out, that's what negative emotion is. You've expanded, but you're not up to speed with your own expansion. The source within you is, you're not. And usually it's for a very simple reason. You're trying to justify why you want it to be different, why you need it to be different, why you deserve it to be different. But your attention is upon the absence of the difference that you want when you are in that justifying mode. On the other hand, when you are in a mode of appreciating what is, and sometimes what is doesn't feel so good, so you could be appreciating what was, but sometimes what was didn't feel so good, so you can appreciate what is coming. But the key is looking for things to appreciate. There are plenty of them around you in your now, in your is at all times. So as you're looking for things to appreciate, you have a much better chance, and we don't mean that in the chancy sense. We mean that in the, you'll practice it until you're able to make it 100% certain. But you have a better opportunity to align with the expansion that you have become when you're in the appreciation mode than you are when you're in the pleading mode or the needing mode or the wanting in the sense that I want something that I do not have mode. So we just wanted to sort of lay that little basis there, because We want you to understand that while you stay in your now, focused, standing, sitting, walking, moving, even sleeping to some extent, as you're focused in your leading edge, this is me in my physical world mode, as you're focused there, source energy is focused there with you, always focused there with you. In fact, all that you have become is focused there with you. And that's why in this now moment, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, you can feel on your game or off your game. You can feel thrilled or you can feel depressed. You can feel wonderful or you can feel terrible. And it's all about how well you are aligning to the focus of source within you. Now, we've been talking to you, and some of you have been listening to us for quite a while, about how there's the non-physical you and there's the physical you, and when you come into alignment, you feel really good. And it makes it feel to you sometimes, because of the perspective that you have had of non-physical and where non-physical is, you think that for you to align with non-physical, that you have to go somewhere where non-physical is. And we say, vibrationally speaking, that is accurate. But focused speaking, thought speaking, in terms of consciousness speaking, consciousness of source, consciousness of your inner being, consciousness of all of those dearly departed non-physical friends who are aware of you and focused with you, that consciousness is forward, right here, leading edge forward with where you are, you see. Esther was walking on the beach the other day, and she was thinking about Jerry, who has walked on the beach with her on many occasions, but was not walking with her on the beach these days. And she was thinking and feeling sad about him not walking on the beach with her, not holding her hand, not being there, not talking in her ear, not talking to her. And as she was feeling the absence of him, she began asking, of course, and asking from that place of sadness never works very well, have you noticed? But after she settled down for a little bit, she began hearing us, and she began understanding the difference between missing someone who is not apparent, or missing anything that is not apparent, missing any physical manifestation of anything you want, whether it's a relationship, a particular person, a pile of money, an art object, a career, whatever it is that you are missing. The difference between missing something because you can't see it there and just focused joyfully in your moment. Now, that sounded really strange to Esther at first. Joyfully focused in my moment without Jerry. Come on, Abraham, give me a break. And then she realized as she played with it a little bit that when she focuses joyously in her moment, which meant she had to get her mind off the absence of Jerry, there he was. There he was. Esther felt more beauty of the world than she has felt ever as she allowed this non-physical, from her perspective, consciousness to join her. And we're telling you, in the here and now, in the here and now, in the here and now, in the here and now. There's no reason for you to ever miss anything that you want, whether it's a relationship or a person or the manifestation of something that you've been waiting for. There's no reason for you to miss it, because you have the potential of having the vibrational essence of it here and now, which is the reason that you want it anyway. So as we are moving forward today, it is our desire to bring you closer to understanding these important points. You are focused, magnificently focused in your leading edge. Oh, hear those words in the way we mean them. Leading edge, not just for you, but for us as well. In your leading edge, time, space, moment in time, reality. And as you tune the vibration of your focus by caring about how you feel, so reaching for thoughts that feel good, what you will allow for yourself is the fullness of all that energy and consciousness and well-being and love and clarity and brilliance and intelligence and timing and vitality and on and on and on. All that source has become focused in your here and now. And you know it when you do it. That's when you are so full of yourself. Perfect words. That's when you're so full of yourself. You're so full of yourself because you are not depriving yourself of yourself. through your rationalization or defending or justification of your need for something that you right now see as missing. You're following, aren't you? We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. There is nothing that is inappropriate. Everything will be offered by you at the perfect unfolding in this co-creating at its best. We know that through all you've been living, you've been asking and asking and asking and asking. And we want you to know that everything that you want is already vibrationally queued up for you. Now, many of you, and this is your problem, really it is, aren't that happy about the vibrational queuing up. Just deliver the goods. I appreciate how much money is queued up, but until I can spend it, I'm not really that excited about it. I appreciate that there is a lover waiting for me, but until I can see this person, I'm not really that excited about the vibrational essence of this person. We know what you mean, but we want you to understand, if you can accept the vibrational cueing, if you can accept that vibrationally speaking, that the larger part of you has already become and is already experiencing these things that you desire, and you will get yourself more often into a mode of appreciation, what you will begin to discover is you will have more and more rendezvous with more and more physical things that will give you the evidence of that which you are reaching for. It's so nice when you start recognizing consciously the vibrational formation even before it is a manifestation. So now we want to talk about what is a manifestation. Is a manifestation a materialization? In other words, does the money have to show up? Does the person have to show up? Does the condition have to change? Does the work have to show up? What is the manifestation? And we want to get you to stretch just a little bit with us into the vibrational understanding, because everything that you want, no matter what it is, whether it's a material object or a relationship or a bodily condition, a circumstance, an event, everything that you want without exception is because you want the feeling that you believe you will have, the good feeling that you believe that you will have in the having of that materialization. And we are not for a moment trying to talk you out of or guide you around or slow you down from your manifestations. This is a physical world you've come forth to manifest. This leading edge time-space reality where all of us are focused right here out on the leading edge with you is for manifestation. And we want you to know that because we can see the materialization of that which you are reaching for, when you tune to that which is us, you will be able to see it too. It's a fine line for so many of you because you say, I don't just want the essence of it, I want it. I just don't want the feeling of it. I want to have it so that I can have a feeling response to it. And we say, there's the rub for you right there. You want the manifestation or the materialization so that you can have a response to it. And we want you to figure out how to have the response to what we are already knowing, a response to what we are already seeing, a response to the reality that you've already created. And once you are having the feeling response to the vibrational version of it, the manifested, actualized version of it must appear to you. Because in this leading edge environment, that's the only difference, friends, between the leading edge and the not the leading edge. The leading edge is where stuff manifests. Do you get it? The leading edge is where stuff manifests. But you want the good stuff to manifest, which means you got to focus on the good stuff. And we want you to understand that the source within you and all who love you, and there are more than you can count and more than we can name, are focused with you out here in this leading edge moment, rooting for your modification of your vibration just enough that you will begin to feel, you will begin to feel the manifestation forming, and you will take satisfaction from it even before you're able to see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. That's really the key. Your emotions are all about feeling, aren't they? When you talk about emotions, aren't you talking about feelings? We are. When we talk about your emotions, we're talking about your feelings, you see.